The 2013 federal budget had several wins for the Canadian construction industry, including $70 billion over 10 years of new and current infrastructure funding and a new Canada Job Grant.
We think that it certainly did meet our expectations given the concerns about the deficit. We believe that the government has taken the right approach, which is a combination of spending reductions while at the same time maintaining the kinds of investments or putting money into the kinds of investments that are going to grow the economy and make us a more productive country in the future.
The budget introduced the Canada Job Grant, providing $15,000 or more per person with a maximum federal contribution of $5,000 to be matched by the province or territory and employer. It is expected to provide nearly 130,000 Canadians with training each year.
There's going to be some negotiations with the provinces that are going to influence how it ultimately is delivered. We're also not sure about eligibility at this point, who in fact will be eligible and who will not. But overall, we certainly like the intent and we like the direction that it takes, which is one that involves the employer, which we think is absolutely critical in any training process.
The government indicated it will reform the temporary foreign worker program. A detailed plan is expected in the coming months.
A great many of our employers currently rely on the temporary foreign worker program because you cannot just take an unemployed person off the street and turn them into a journey person. It takes a long time to actually provide the skills training that somebody is going to need to be able to fill a job in our industry. And the fact that we are able to find those people right now in Canada is why so many of our employers have turned to the temporary foreign worker program. It's extremely expensive, it's very bureaucratic, it takes very long to actually get somebody into the country. So anything that the government is prepared to look at that would actually improve our ability to access it, we have no problem with providing the government with some sort of long-term vision as to where we'd like to take our industry, but we want to make sure that any reforms that take place with respect to the temporary foreign worker program are also sensitive of the fact that our industry isn't currently able to find the people that we need in Canada, which is really our preferred choice.
The $70 billion infrastructure commitment includes a $14 billion Building Canada Fund for major economic infrastructure projects. The $32.2 billion Community Improvement Fund consists of an indexed gas tax fund and the incremental GST rebate for municipalities. Funding also went to federal infrastructure assets, infrastructure on First Nations reserves, and a renewed P3 Canada fund.
From our perspective, it's certainly quite positive. We had been asking for an indexing of the gas tax for some time. We were pleased to see that included in today's numbers. We were also pleased to see that the government is putting almost $70 billion when you include its investments in federal infrastructure into the successor to the current Building Canada plan, now being called the new Building Canada plan. Since 2009, when that gas tax became annualized at $2 billion, we estimate that about $150 million of that has been lost due to erosion due to inflation. So the fact that it's now been indexed is quite significant.
The budget promised to continue working with stakeholders on outstanding parameters of the new Building Canada plan. For Reconstruction Data, I'm Kelly Lapointe.